Hello, hi everyone. Hope you are keeping well. This is Vishal Masih, your economics teacher, and today I will be explaining you the very interesting topic that is factors affecting the demand, or it is which is also called the demand function. Well, it is very important for the both ISC and the CBSE students. It comes for the 6 marks questions in which you have to state 5 to 6 points. Okay, and when it comes for 3 marks, generally you have to just state or mention any 3 points you want. So we'll go point by point and I will explaining you it with the current economic conditions which is prevailing due to the COVID-19 also. Fine. So first is, as you can see in the video, or you can say in the screen, that is the price of a commodity. So what the general relationship of the price and quantity demand is, and how it affects the demand in the market. Fine. So when we talk about the price, if the price rises up, the quantity demand falls, and the when price falls, quantity demand rises up in general terms. It is a general terms. Okay, when we don't talk about its exceptions. What does it mean? It means when we talk about the price and the demand. Okay, when the, or you can say quantity demand, or you can say demand, what happens when price rises, the demand of the commodity falls. Fine. And the when price falls, the quantity demand rises, or the demand of any commodity. You can take for example phone. Okay, phone, if the price of the phone is rising, its demand will fall, and when its price is falling, the quantity demand may rise, or the demand may rise in the market. So generally what happens when the company wants to do its sales maximization, ठीक है, they if they want to maximize the sale, okay, in the market, so generally what they do for in the short run, they lower the price so that it may reach to the many people in the market, and they may easily buy many of it, or you can say it may reach to the many of it, so that it helps to increase the sales of any company. Okay, fine. When they want to increase the profit margin in the short run, so usually what they do, they increase the price. When they increase the price, they get the more margin. Fine. And which helps them to get the aim of profit maximization. When we talk about in the long run, these things may not happen, because it is the time period, a long time period, and many situations and the market conditions prevail from time to time, so it may not occur or not happen in the long run. Well, we will not go deeply into that. So basically what you have to study, that what there is a negative relationship between the price and the demand, or the quantity demand. Generally when price rises of any commodity, its demand falls, and when it's, you can say, the price of that commodity falls, its demand gets rises up, or it is raised. Fine. So we'll go to the next point, that is income. That is very important point. Okay, everyone is working in the country, or wherever the labor is employed, he is getting in return income. Okay, so every company has to pay income to or any every firm has to pay income to a consumer in the form of salaries and the wages. So what happens generally when the income rises? Okay, when there is an increase in the income, we'll take the income and demand. Okay, or quantity demand. When there is a income rise in the income, which is denoted by y in the economics, so you should understand. Okay, when it comes y somewhere, you read it, so you just notice that it is denoting the income. So when income rises, the demand of any commodity may also rise. Fine, because you have a more disposable income. Okay, you have a more disposable income. For example, when I was getting the 10,000 rupees salary, for example, we'll take a hypothetical example. I'm getting currently 10,000 rupees salary, for example, and I'm taking the 5 units of some commodity. Okay, because it is restricting due to my limited income. Well, I get into some good job, and I started earning 50,000 rupees. So what I will do, I will increase my expenditure, and I may buy it 10 units, okay, of that commodity. So I have increased, basically I have increased the demand of that commodity. So generally when the income rises, okay, there are exceptions too, we'll not study that more in this. So generally we will the journal terms I'm talking, when the rise in the income leads to the increase in the demand of the commodities, and when there is a low income. Fine. So generally what is happening nowadays, due to the COVID-19 impact, many companies are just laying off their employees, and they are cutting the pay, and due to which what happens, that when income is lower, the demand also fall, and when demand falls, the majorly what happens, the companies don't produce. Why they don't produce? Because there is a less demand, and when they don't produce, they will employ very less labor, or they won't apply. So what will happen in this situation? Unemployment may rise. So it is very important that income also may rise up to some limit with time to time, so that there is a good impact on the demand, and the so economy may boost. Okay, fine, we'll go to the third point, that is credit facilities. It, if it is easier and the cheaper to borrow. Okay, I will just explain you myself. Okay, credit facilities, I'm just writing CF, or you can say in the short term, in the short on the or easy language, you can just say loan facilities. Okay, and your demand, when you are easily getting availing the loan. Okay, if the banks are willingly giving you loan and on the very easy terms. Okay, so I'm just showing up by the arrow, means it is a favorable chances that you are getting very easily loan from the different banks, and they are giving on the easy terms, or you can say you are easily getting the loan from any bank. So generally what will happen, the demand will also rise. Fine, that is very important point. So generally what happen, okay, demand rises when the you get the loan facilities, or you have a very good loan facility. So recently also you have studied that the government is announcing the 3 lakh crore package loan for the MSME. Okay, so why they are giving? Just they are giving so that the money may come in the market, and which will increase the demand. Okay, which will increase the demand, because they have the money to spend. When they have the money to spend, the demand for the different goods and services may rise. And when the loan facilities are very less, or you can say that is not, banks are not providing the loan to the that much extent to the public. So what will happen, the demand also fall, because generally loan provide the money, or you can say money supply to the people, and the people will purchase many goods and services, which will increase the demand. And always remember, when there is the demand is increased, it rises the production. Okay, it rises the production, and when production is increased, it is increasing the employment level in the income. Fine. So hope it is clear to you, the credit and or loan facilities. You can even mention its loan facilities if you just are confused with a credit or loan. A credit and loan is the same thing. Fine. So fourth point is a quality. Okay, that is also important. If any firm is providing a good quality, okay, a good quality of any good. Let's suppose many companies, okay, like Apple, fine, they are providing a very good quality of your mobile phones. Even Samsung also, many companies are there. So generally what happens, its demand is very good in the market, because its quality is very good. So people who want to buy as a durable good, which may go for a long time, so what will happen, they will definitely see the quality of that good. So generally when the quality is rise, okay, quality is good, so I'm showing it by the rising arrow or up arrow. Okay, when quality is good, the demand for that commodity is also very high. It may be high. And when quality is very cheap, so in the short run the demand may be there, because people will attract with the small price, or you can say the less price, but in the long term definitely it will affect its that demand also. So quality, if the quality is low, or you can say lower, or you can say when quality is not good, the demand also falls. So there is a, you can say, sort of positive relationship between the quality and the your demand or quantity demand. Fine. Next is the advertising. Advertising is very important. You might be seeing many advertisements in the TVs or newspapers, on the YouTubes. So what it helps to make create the awareness of that commodity, or the brand value of that commodity among the consumers, up the which rises up the quantity demand. So generally if the advertising, okay, advertising is high of any commodity, so demand also will rise. Okay, so what happens, you can see in the these days many of the companies are hiring the brand ambassadors, okay, like Virat Kohli, or you can say Shah Rukh Khan or Salman Khan, and many others famous, even the sports, in the sports personalities, or you can say the Bollywood actors. So what happens, they are helping them through the advertisement. Okay, when the advertisement is high of any good, the demand also may rise of that commodity, because people may be aware, and people will have a sort of is, you can say, trust on that commodity, because some famous uh, guy, or some brand ambassador, maybe is a famous person, may be promoting it. So when there is a very less advertisement, people may know very less Okay, so the demand may also get less. So there is a some sort of positive relationship also in this. If the advertisement is high, the demand is also high, and if advertisement is low, demand is also low. Okay, well, so now we'll head towards the sixth point, that is substitute, which is also called the substitute goods. Okay, and its next point is seventh point, that is complement or the complementary good. Well, these 2 points are connected with each other, and in many books or in most of the books it is given as the subheading, or you can say main. These two are given under the subheading, under the main heading, that is price. Okay, price of related goods. Fine, price of related goods. Okay, there are two types of related goods, that is complementary, okay, and one is your substitute goods. One is substitute goods, that is called the substitutes, and other is the complementary goods, which is the seventh point. So we will study how these two goods affect the demand in the market. Okay, so first of all you should know what is the substitutes, okay, or what is the substitute goods. Substitute goods are which can be used in the place of one another. For example, tea and coffee. Okay, you can use or you can replace with each other if there is a some problem with the price, or you can say there is a rise in the price of one commodity, and if it is you making the problem to purchase that due to your limited your income restrictions, okay, your income constraints, so you can replace it with the other goods. So tea and coffee is the best example. So what will happen if the price of the coffee rises? Okay, well, let us suppose an example. If the we will take on the x-axis we will take the demand for the tea, okay, and on the y-axis we are going to take the price of the coffee. So what happens if the price of the coffee is rising? Okay, price of the coffee is rising, the demand for the tea will rise. You can see when there is a price rise in the coffee, the demand for the tea, which is shown in the x-axis, is increasing. Okay, because you are replacing it. When the coffee is becoming the costly, okay, at some point of time, so what you do, you increase the demand for the commodity tea, or you replaces with it with the tea. So this is the substitute goods. So what the it helps in the affecting the demand. If there is a price rise in one good, so it makes the demand rise, or it helps the quantity demand to be increased of another good which can be replaced with that. So here we have taken the tea and coffee. So hope it is clear to you. So simple terms you will write the substitute goods affect the demand. How? When there is a rise in the price of one commodity, it increase the demand for the other commodity. Fine, that is the substitute goods. The next is our complementary goods. Next is the complementary goods. Complementary goods means which is used together, okay, which is demanded together, or you can say which has to be used together only. Like for example, car and petrol. If there is petrol, then only you will be able to run a car, and if you need to go somewhere, you need a petrol to fill in the car, and then you will go. Fine, so these two things are going in hand to hand with each other. You cannot just abandon one thing and just go for another thing. You have to use the both the things. So that goods are called which is demanded together, that is called the complementary goods. Now what will happen if the price of the petrol is falling? Let's suppose I am taking the price of the petrol is falling. Okay, we have taken on the y-axis, I have taken the petrol on the y-axis and the cars on the x-axis. On the good y, I have taken the car. Let's suppose we will take it a car, okay, and this will take a petrol. Now what happen if the petrol price is falling? It will give rise to the demand in the car. Means there is, when the fall in the price of one commodity gives rise to the another, okay, give rise to the another. Fine, so this is our complementary goods. When the fall in the price will rise the demand for the quantity demand for the, you can say, cars. So that is a complementary goods. Same way, when there is an increase in the price, okay, the demand for the car will fall, because petrol will become costly, and so petrol cars may become less, or the demand may fall. Fine, here we will take example that car price is constant. Fine, car price will take constant, there is no change in the price of car, that only the price of petrol is changing. When petrol price is falling, fine, the demand for car is increasing, and when the price is rising of petrol, the demand for car is falling. Fine, when the fall in the price of petrol, there is an increase in the demand for car, and when there is an increase in the price of petrol, there is a fall in the demand of car. Fine, so these are two are the complementary goods, and this how they are affect the demand in the market. Fine, this using these things are very clear to you. Hope it is very clear to you, and it should be very clear. Fine, it is very important topic under the theory of demand, yes, you know. So next is the weather. Okay, in the cold weather there will be the increased demand for fuel and the warm weather clothes. As you know, if there is a cold weather, fine, if there is a cold weather, the demand for the cold clothes, okay, or you can say, sorry, warm clothes, okay, warm clothes will be higher. Okay, when there is a cold weather, when the cold weather is operating, the demand for the warm clothes, okay, I have written short form WC, the warm clothes will be rises. And when there is a summer or hot climate, when there is summer, you can say the clothes which is used in the summer season will be in demand. So that how weather affect the demand in the market. So next is expectations of the future prices. Fine, when a commodity is expected to be increased in future, जब आपको लगता है कि ये इसका प्राइस जो है फ्यूचर में बढ़ जाएगा, okay, it may be increased in future. If this condition occurs, so or you can say there is you are speculating that the price of the gold may rise. Let's suppose gold may rise, which is generally rising majorly, okay, all over, or you can say it is rising from time to time. So when you are speculating that it may rise very further, so you will increase the demand of that commodity right now. So if the rise in price, okay, rise in price, okay, rise in price in future, okay, in future, fine, rise in price in future, so there will be demand will also increase at the current time. When the rise in the price in the future, you are speculating that the price of the gold will rise in future, it will increase the demand for the gold at the current टाइम, और इट मे बी फॉर द अदर कॉमोडिटीज़ ऑल्सो, किसी भी कॉमोडिटीज़ के लिए हो सकता है. अगर उसका फ्यूचर में प्राइस इंक्रीज होगा तो उसकी डिमांड भी क्या हो सकती है, इस समय पे राइज हो सकती है, बिकॉज पीपल विल स्पेकुलेट टू हेल्प देम और टू गेन द प्रॉफिट. So this was a short video, okay, to explain you the points. Thank you so much.